So I am someone who likes to spend a lot of time alone. I love my own company, but I wasn't always like this, and I constantly get questions on how I spend time alone and enjoy it. I used to be someone who was very intimidated by that, and it was around after I graduated high school in mid 2019 that I wanted to gain some more independence and also kind of fix the relationship that I had with myself. And I think that's one of the most beautiful things about spending time alone, is that you have all of this time and all of this space to create a good relationship with yourself, which I think is so important because you are the most important person in your life, and you're the one person in your life that you have from the start all the way to the end. And so I think it's good to kind of cultivate a loving relationship within yourself, and I think it leads to so much leads to a lot of self-exploration. You can discover new parts of yourself, and I think what better way than to spend one-on-one quality time with yourself and do that alone. So, from someone who used to be very intimidated and nervous by this, I'm gonna take you along some of my favorite things that I like to do alone and maybe empower you to do the same with yourself. I feel like everyone's so different. For some people, this comes very naturally. So wherever you're at with this whole journey, that is okay, because you honestly have all the time in the world. Like, you have your whole life to become your own best friend and enjoy your own company. It's never too late to start. It's never too early to start. So for my first activity, I feel like this one isn't too intimidating to do. I'm at a little park. I'm gonna read my book. Brought all the goodies with me. I have a little picnic blanket. I have this mini can of energy drink, which I think is so cute. It's so tiny. So, truth be told, I actually haven't done this before, but this is something I've wanted to do for a while because I usually just read at home, which is fine, or I'll read at the beach, but sometimes it's like doing too much, and I've always wanted to come and read in the park. So that's exactly what I'm doing. I drove to this little park. There's like some dogs running around, some kids playing. It's really peaceful, and I'm having a grand old time. I just started this book, The Happily Ever After Playlist, by one of my new favorite authors, Abby Jimenez. I love her books, so I'm starting this one, which I'm really excited about. When I started doing things by myself more, I always felt super self-conscious because I thought people were looking at me thinking I was like lonely or had no friends, and then I realized that literally no one cares. And it's funny because when I'm out and about and I see someone alone, I don't think twice about it, or I'm just like, oh, that's so cool that they're like doing this alone, that they're eating alone. Anyway, I'm just enjoying this beautiful day. I used to let not having company stop me from doing things, like going to the beach or like going to grab food, whatever it was. But now it's kind of nice because I'm at a point where if I want to do something and no one's around to do it, I can just do it by myself, which is nice. I am obsessed with this book so far. I'm on chapter 6, and what I love is that each chapter they put a song to play along with it that kind of goes along with the vibe of the chapter, which is making this a whole experience. And so I was like, okay, this must be on Spotify. There's a playlist for the book, so it goes along with each chapter, and so I've been listening to it, and I'm usually not one to listen to music with words while I read a book because I thought it would be distracting, but it's actually been such like a 360 reading and audio experience, which is quite a concept. I'm having the best time. I feel like I'm like entering the world of this book, which is so fun. Yeah, for Eva.
Yay.
Thank you. Picked up a little sandwich from my favorite sandwich shop. It's called Sprout. It's in Wiley, and it's so good. I'm making the executive decision to not eat this in my car because I don't want to get food crumbs in my car and attract cockroaches, because the last time a cockroach was in my car, it flew on me and then I crashed into a wall, so. So delicious. Also, I literally got my nails done on the way home, so we have that. I have been obsessed with sandwiches recently, like in a big sandwich mood. I don't care where it's from. It could be from Subway. I'm not even gonna lie. I love a Subway sandwich. Like, I have had deep cravings for them recently. This is so yummy. Also, you might notice Micah and I decorated for fall and Halloween, so the apartment is really cozy right now, which is really nice. I feel like especially because I have a roommate now, like I live with Micah, it's really important for me to keep and maintain my independence that I had prior to him moving in, because I had lived alone for like over a year and a half. And so I didn't want to like lose all of my independence after he moved in and like our relationship got more serious. I think that's something really important in a relationship, to maintain your individuality and like have your own life outside of the relationship. Even though your relationship is a huge part of your life, it's still important to take care of yourself just as you. And in general, lately, I've kind of been more social than I previously had. And I've been prioritizing my friendships a lot, which is very important to me. And so I feel like because of that, I have all of these other really important aspects in my life, like my romantic relationship, my friendships. I still want to make room for myself in there. I've been doing pottery as a little hobby for about 2 months now, and it's something that I have been doing alone, which is actually really nice. I feel like it's one of those activities where I almost prefer to like do it by myself. Like, it could be a group thing or like doing it with a friend, but I actually really enjoy just like being by myself, tuning everything out. It's so fun. I feel very empowered knowing that I can try something new by myself, because trying something new already is such a difficult thing to do, and so adding being alone on top of it is just like a whole other thing. But I feel really good knowing that I can do new things by myself. It makes me feel very confident. So I'm gonna go into my pottery class. I don't know what I'm doing today. I might be trimming, I might be throwing on the wheel, I'm not sure. Let's get after it. Pottery yesterday went really well. I didn't know that I was gonna be throwing on the wheel, so that was really fun. I made a mug and then 2 bowls, and for the first time I actually marbled clay. So I put red clay and the white clay together and then wedged it together so that when I trim it and like the top layer comes off, because it kind of just looks light brown right now, it'll reveal a really pretty like marble clay color. So I'm really excited about that. Right now I have some errands that I need to do that are on the other side of the island. So I decided I'm gonna make a little morning out of it. Go get a coffee, maybe grab some breakfast. That is the plan. I'm having myself quite the morning here. I brought my book with me to read. I finished the one that I started this video with, the Happy Ever After playlist. 5-star, absolutely obsessed. I'll give more details and thoughts when I do my next book video. But I've been reading since last night Frida McFadden's The Wife Upstairs, my other favorite author. It's kind of funny because I will read like a really suspenseful, mysterious, thrilling book that kind of gives me like the creeps a little bit, and then I'll switch to like la 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 romance. So what I have next to dive into is fantasy, because I have yet to read the ACOTAR series, so that's actually coming up next on my list. But I have a coffee. The acai bowl was so yummy. I haven't gotten one in a while, so that was actually really good. I feel like there's not as many good places in town where I live to get them, so I was like, you know what, since I'm down here anyway, actually I drove like 30 minutes out of the way to get this, but I'm having a grand old time just driving around. Honestly, that's one of my favorite things to do alone, is just drive and like sit in my car, listen to music, listen to podcasts. It's one of my favorite forms of alone time. And also I feel like that's the easiest one to do, especially if you're nervous about being alone. It's the most gorgeous day outside and I kind of want to hop in the water. I'm on my period and I don't have a tampon. Never mind. I'm having a little at-home movie night. I'm watching Eclipse because I recently read the Twilight books again, and so I've been rewatching the movies, which is my favorite thing to do once or twice a year. But I'm just having a solo little night, which is really nice. Might going out with some friends, and I just felt like staying in tonight. I feel like for a while I didn't really have a good balance of alone time and social time, but I've definitely found that now, only because I feel like I went off the deep end of isolating myself, and then I found a good balance between spending time with friends and like being social with family. I think everyone's different in that way. Some people are like naturally more social. Some people need to like charge their social battery, and that's what I feel like I'm doing tonight. So I'm nice and cozy. Ate a little ice cream bar. My stomach's definitely gonna hurt in like 10 minutes. I'm currently at the scene. I'll show you where Jacob's about to kiss Bella. Anyway, I hope this video inspired you in some way. Let me know if you stayed to this point in the video. Comment down below your favorite thing to do alone. I am going to rot here on the couch, finish this movie, maybe watch the next one. I don't know. It's kind of a wild night.